Hello, my power year number 8. If you have followed the calculations in the calculation box below and determined you are a power year number 8, then you are at the right place. Welcome to Jemma's Window. And 8s, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the entire year. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. So you are in the month of 3 for April. Okay, 8s? So what we're going to do is we're going to review what those numbers mean. And take in consideration, 8s, we're in a pandemic, and many of you are compromised work-wise, and many of you are forced to go out and work for emergency services. So I'm going to be keeping all these things in mind, just as a review. If you are in a power year number 8, it's the most karmic year of your cycle. Every time you're in an 8, or if you're in a month of 8, or a day of 8. It's a very karmic number, and it means that if you have been, doing things to the best of your ability through your life, being honest with people, trying to be nice to people or good to people most of the time, or fair to people, you can be highly rewarded in this power year of 8 in any which way at all. The tricky thing with the 8 and the karma is that a lot of us carry karmic debt from past lives, and so we don't understand, well, why are we being whacked? Why is this why is this happening to me? And I just want to assure you, 8s, that we don't always know where the karmic debt is coming from. There is a way with numerology to determine people's karmic debt in their lifetimes, and I love to do that for clients. But off the top of our heads right now, for a general reading, sometimes we just don't know where it's coming from. Why did this happen to me? I've never done anything like this to somebody else. But on the other hand, you could have wonderful, very lucky things happen to you that you think of this year, but actually you're not. You're being rewarded. Another thing about 8, it's a potential financially great year for you, and also a year where you might open your own business or think about your own business, or some partner with someone, something along those lines. April is a month of 3 for you, and 3 is meant to be a little bit more light, footloose, and fancy free, having more fun. It's not as heavy as your peacemaking month that you had last month, where you had to keep smoothing things over, and next month when you are feeling very practical and you've got a deadline and you're trying to get things done. This is a lighter month. However, it can bring drama to your life. I do want to throw out there for anybody in any kind of performance, speech, writing, it's a good month for that. Good month for that if you have something like that coming up. Okay, 8s. Let's get our first deck of cards, 8s, and let's shuffle, and let's find out for our 8s how they're doing at work. What does the universe want you to know about your performance for those of you who have a job? Then we'll be discussing 8s who are looking for work. And also if you've put some applications out there, resumes out there, if you're thinking of leaving the job that you're at, whatever we're talking about, 8s, it's all for you. But I break it up to try to get some more information than just one general reading about work. So anything in this reading that is said today, if it suits your situation, it's for you. So let's take a look for 8s who are working. For 8s, you're so cool, you're so calm, 8s, you've got it going on at the workplace. You're really thrilling people and enthralling them, and you are really putting your best foot forward here, and you're working well with people. And I really do feel like that you've either gotten the promotion or you're working towards the promotion, and I think people are going to be coming to you. People are going to be coming to you. Even if this is a brand new job, I feel like this is going to be working very well for you. If you've gotten a brand new boss or you're brand new, everything is just going to take off, and I feel like people are reporting to you. Now, we're also in this pandemic, and you may have been moved to home, and I think that you're going to shine, and you're going to do a very good job and make a very nice impression on who you're meant to. I can't say enough. It just looks really good for you, eights. Let's get the same deck now, and let's choose 3 cards for our eights who are looking for work. I was just going to say, or looking for a change, but I feel like our first reading kind of covers for those of you who might be looking for something new. If you specifically had in your head, I've been thinking about something new, then it would apply to you that yes, you're on the right track also. At the risk of confusing you, eights, I can't think of a better way to say it, so I don't want to confuse us. Now, I'm going to pull 3 cards out for our eights who are looking for a job during this month of 3, which is April. This looks good. This looks good, eights. I feel like you're going to be... Ooh, what's this about? What's this about, eights? Well, I feel like if I put all these cards together, because I can't, if I do them individual, it's a little bit herky-jerky, but if I put them together, I get a message of, don't feel bad if you change jobs quickly. If you determine after a short amount of time that you don't like the promotion, you don't like the travel to the new office, you don't like it. This is about, I feel like what this is saying, eights, is that you know your own mind, and you know what you wanted and what was due to you, and if you were meant to stop maybe working, period, or you were going to stop and look someplace else, or you wanted lesser hours and now you're doing more. I feel like it's okay, or you're not working at all. But you know that, well, maybe I'll take something temporary just to hold me over. That's what's here. That's what's here. It looks to me like there might be some false starts or false positive starts. Things that you intended to do for a short time, then turn around, then leave that, and then go back into what was working for you or what you really wanted to do. For those of you who this applies to, you'll know what I'm talking about. And one of the things that comes to mind is we're in this pandemic, and you may have been asked to take a pay cut, you may have been temporarily laid off, and you decide to pick up some hours in going to the nursing home, working at the nursing home. And you know that you're probably not going to stay here. It's just a temporary thing, but that's okay. The universe is saying that's okay. It's meant to be that way for some reason in your life. In your future, it's going to connect you with something else that's meant to be. Or you're going to realize something that you were meant to realize. It's meant to be that way. So not to feel badly about somebody going, you've got a new job again? Yeah, it's supposed to be that way. Sevens, we're moving on to love in this month of 3. Now, drama can come to your life whenever there's a 3 around you. So let's see if there's a great big tantrum thrown or a big fight had in the middle of, well, you won't be in the middle of the mall, will you? Wherever you are. But drama can be brought to your life when there's a 3, and you are in the month of 3, and I feel like you eights are very focused this year, and you really don't want to dilly-dally, and you really don't want a lot of problems. So I want to ask the universe, what's its perception of your relationship, 8, if you're in a relationship right now? If you're in a relationship right now. There's a lot I can see. I can see by the cards that this seems to be a month where they're prepping you, the universe is prepping you for May when you're in the month of 4, because the month of 4 that you're going into, that's when you are like, okay, slice them and dice them. This has got to end. I can't do this. That's your practical month, is May. So right now you're being introduced to things to get you revved up to make decisions to cut them off, or cut it off, the behavior off, or make a decision in one way, shape, or form. Because this is showing me, I feel, 8s, for some of you who are meant to hear this, that I feel like you've had good backup, that you have had somebody in your relationship who has been through the highs, been through the lows. They've been there for you, and they feel like it's your turn to reciprocate. And it's time for you to come about and either not take advantage of them, or not have yourself taken advantage of, if this is in reverse. If you feel like you have been, well, I've been really, really, good, and now there's something I want, and I'm going to get it, or I'm going to do it. I feel like it's true, because it's a bit of a wake-up call to your relationship, that both of you have to play even Steven, that both of you have to compromise sometimes, and both of you have to let things be flexible, and a wake-up call so that neither one of you is taken advantage of by the other. And this is just an example, and I'm not saying that this is what's happening to you, but sometimes when you get to, like, someone says, well, my old so-and-so is calling, and I don't know, I think I'd like to go out with them or something. Say you're not married and you're just seeing each other, well, hopefully, and you're in a relationship, but there's a threat of losing that person. It wakes up the other person and put some new energy into the relationship. And that's the drama, as a matter of fact. I forgot about that. That's the drama. So I think there's potential drama in your relationship to wake one of the parties up, if not both of you, to how good you have it. Woo, 8s. I'd like to hear some of those stories. Now, 8s, for those of you looking for love. Now, 8s, it's okay if anytime in this reading, I don't know if I said this already, if words apply to you and it's not in the right little section. For example, if I'm talking about looking for love, but it fits your relationship perfectly, then take it. Take it. Anything in this reading is for you. All right, I've got 8s looking for love, and the first card I pulled is the Lover's card. So I feel like you've got choices. And why do I feel this lazy feeling coming from you, 8? I feel like your heart's not in it. Or, yeah, that one's okay. There's 3 delectable bachelors or bachelorettes that you can choose from, and you're like, whatever. And to a point, I have to say, to a point, what I'm being shown clairvoyantly is that it's nice that you are flexible. It's nice that you're saying, well, I don't have a particular type, and I'm not on a biological clock, and I have flexibility to check out different personalities and different points of view, and I'm not usually I don't know, I've never been attracted to that particular look, but I'll give it a whirl. That's the kind of laid back feeling that I'm getting from you, eights, and I feel like the card coming into being is that you can keep seeing people for a long time. I feel like you can manage to keep it going for a while to get people going, and the advice is not to be in a rush to cut people off or to choose one, is to take your time and take your pick. Okay, eights, we're wrapping it up for love, and now we're going to move to any question that you have, eights. So think of a very specific question, as specific as you can. Don't make it a yes or no, because I won't answer in a yes or no. I'm going to answer in, what's the best that we can expect from your question or any situation that you have in your life. And you can ask about love again, you can ask about business again. And does it look more positive? Does it look more negative? We're going to be examining it that way. And it's just, you get a better answer if your question's specific. So I'm going to now start pulling cards for what is the best that we can expect for our number 8s in this month of April, for any situation at all. Somebody's trying to move you. Somebody's trying to... Okay. If when you are asked or approached with an opportunity of some kind, or even you approach yourself with an opportunity of some kind, and you say to yourself, well, let me see now, there's this class or this certification I did want to start, and it starts, let's see, we're going into May, it starts in June, but I don't know. Or somebody says they want to go on a hot romantic week's vacation with you, but they've got to have an answer by Friday because they got to book it, or they've got to ask somebody else, and you go, I don't know. What I am getting here is you're dragging your heels. It's you that's dragging your heels. And I'm going to give you what I'm getting. So if you're standing up and shouting and you're saying, no, I'm not. It's not me. It's not me. Either the reading isn't for you, or there's another situation in your life that this is appropriate for. Because it's very clear here that you are going to be alone in a situation if you don't jump on a bandwagon or a thought process or an invitation quick enough. If you're dragging your feet and thinking you have more time to make up your mind, according to this, no, actually you don't. And there's the drama, and there's the fireworks of the month, is you got to make hay while the sun shines and move it towards what the request is, or what the little seed of thought in your mind is, or opportunity is, and you've got to go for it soon and make up your mind soon, because for some reason it makes a big, well, it makes the difference is whether you do it or not, or whether you get chosen or not, or whether you go or not, or whether it works or not. That's the difference. So, God, I'd love to hear some of your situations and be able to apply this directly to you. But for those of you who need to hear it, it's here. And that's where we're going to leave it today, 8s. I thank you so much for joining Jemma's Window. And if you'd like to know more about me, or send me a comment or a question, or set up a reading, just hop onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because I'd love to have you. Okay, 8s, I'll see you next month in the month of 4. Bye for now.